The Blue Fox. Once upon a time, in a lush green jungle, there lived a fox. He was clever and cunning, as foxes usually are, but above all, he was extremely lazy. Instead of hunting or working hard, he spent his days lying under the shade of a tree, lost in daydreams. Oh, how wonderful it would be, he thought, if meals came to me instead of me running after them. If water from the river floated through the air and poured straight into my mouth. If the sun softened its rays just for me. Is that too much to ask? The fox imagined himself as a mighty king, with all the animals bowing before him. Hail the Fox King, he dreamed. Hail the Fox King. But his dreams were quickly interrupted when the real king of the jungle, the lion, appeared. You dare to speak to me like that? Roared the lion, furious at the fox's arrogance. Terrified, the fox ran for his life. He ran and ran, so fast that he did not realize he had crossed the jungle and entered a nearby village. Out of breath, he stopped to rest. Stupid lion, he muttered. One day, he will be my servant. But the village was full of dangers the fox had never known. The people lived in neat homes, cooked their food with spices, and stored water in pots. To the fox, this looked like paradise. Unfortunately, the village dogs noticed him. Who is that stranger? Barked one. He doesn't belong here. Let's chase him out, growled another. The fox tried to explain, but the dogs would not listen. They barked and lunged at him. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him until he stumbled into the courtyard of a herman. In his panic, he slipped and fell into a large tub of indigo dye. The dogs lost sight of him and gave up the chase. When the fox crawled out of the tub, he was soaked from head to tail in bright blue. At first, he was miserable. What a day! First the lion, then the dogs, and now this mess. But as he wandered back into the jungle, he noticed something strange. All the animals fled in fear the moment they saw him. Even the lion stepped back in confusion. The fox walked to a large boulder, the lion's throne, and climbed onto it. Friends, he called in a deep voice. Why do you run from me? Do not be afraid. I am a special creation of God. Before sending me here, he told me that this jungle had no ruler worthy of the throne. And so, he chose me to be your king. The animals, unsure and frightened, believed him. Even the lion bowed his head. From that day forward, the fox lived like he had always dreamed. The lion brought him food, the elephants fetched him water, the birds sang for him, and the other animals entertained him with games. The lazy fox enjoyed his new life, growing greedier and prouder with each passing day. But one evening, everything changed. From the distant forest came the howling of other foxes. Overcome with joy, the blue fox forgot himself and howled back in his natural voice. The jungle fell silent. The animals exchanged looks of anger and betrayal. Their so-called king was no divine creature. He was just a fox in disguise. Imposter, roared the lion. Cheater, cried the others. Enraged, they chased the fox to the river. He leapt in to escape, and the water washed away the blue dye. Stripped of his false colors, he stood revealed as the same lazy, cunning fox he had always been. If you ever return to this jungle, the lion warned, we will finish you. Ashamed and humiliated, the fox slunk away and was never seen in that jungle again. He wandered from forest to forest, but his story had spread. Wherever he went, the animals mocked him and refused to accept him. At last, the fox realized his mistake. Greed only brings ruin, he thought. There is no shortcut to hard work. And so, the tale of the blue fox became a lesson for all. Falsehood may shine for a while, but truth always reveals itself.
Please like my videos and subscribe my channel for more interesting and learning videos.